Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday. Today I have another LitJoy magical crate unboxing for you. This magical subscription is a quarterly subscription and it is specifically Harry Potter related. We previously have had Magical Alley crates, which of course was focused on Diagon Alley. We then had the Burrow box, which was focused on everything to do with the Weasleys and the Burrow. And this crate is called the Big Seven. I initially thought this crate was going to be Horcruxes, which I was really excited about. Then I thought maybe it might be a reference to one of each of the 7 years that students spend at Hogwarts being educated. But LitJoy let us know a little while back that it actually is in reference to the 7 main characters in the book, which is Draco, Ginny, Neville, Luna, Harry, Ron, and Hermione. I'm a little bit salty about Draco being considered a main character, but that's neither here nor there. So this is the magical crate box. Now, normally I open the box first and then I show you any add-ons after. I'm going to do it in reverse this week, and that's because I'm already wearing one of my add-ons. This amazing Luna Lovegood lion headdress was one of the add-ons, and I had to have it. I think it is like the cutest thing. It is very cozy, actually, and I do live in a cold climate, and I am the kind of book nerd that would absolutely wear this out in public. Absolutely. So I had to have this hat. I purchased this. This was like the #1 thing on the add-ons list that I wanted, and I did also pick up a few more add-ons, so let me show you what those are. As you may know, LitJoy has been doing this key series. This month, the two choices were the wand-shopped key, which is, of course, in reference to Ollivander's. That's a beautiful key. I have seen some footage of that one over on the Potter Collectors channel, and I might have to go pick that key up. But the other option was Hagrid's key or the groundskeeper key, the gamekeeper key. And I love Hagrid. I have like a whole care of magical creatures thing going on back here. So I definitely needed the Hagrid key. I did not, like I said, buy the Ollivander's key, but I did buy the Hagrid's key, and it is not going to disappoint. So this is Hagrid's set of keys. So you get this beautiful ring. You get the primary key as well as the key ring. Those come in all of the key boxes. But in this one, you also get these 3 other small keys because, as we know, Hagrid is the keeper of the keys. And so you get sort of an assortment of keys. They are this really beautiful kind of like antique brass finish. And it says here, embroidered, Keeper of Keys and Grounds. So I just thought this was really lovely. I had to have it. Hagrid's signature lantern is here. And I'm so excited about this one. To go along with this, I did also pick up the key ring. I had not purchased the key ring at the beginning of this key thing. I don't buy all of the keys. I know some people buy all of them and they want the whole collection. I just buy the ones that really tickle my fancy. They are pretty expensive, and as you maybe can tell by the fact that the Weasley's key is just kind of like thrown on the shelf, I'm not really quite sure what to do with them. So I've just bought a couple here and there as we've gone along. I had to have the Burrow key, and I had to have the Weasley's Wheez's key because they're my very favorite family, but I had not previously purchased this keychain. So this is what the keychain looks like. Has these 2 little toggles at the bottom, and this one actually says Keeper of the Keys. So I'm going to put all of my Hagrid keys on here, as well as all of the other keys that I have collected. I do also have some keys from places like the Wizarding Trunk, which are not part of this collection, but they could absolutely go on my key ring. And then I'm going to find a place somewhere to hang this. So that is the first kind of set of add-ons that I got, other than the hat, of course, was the Hagrid's key and the keychain for all of the keys to go on. I did also pick up this really adorable little pin. It is Ron Weasley, and it says, "Weasley is our king." Of course, that super obnoxious song that Draco Malfoy penned about my boy Ron right here. I just thought this was something really cute to have, and I love the plot twist in the books that initially something that was meant for harm really became something that elevated Ron, because he really pulled it out and saved the Quidditch match. And then it went from being something that the Slytherins saying to mock him to being something that the Gryffindors saying to celebrate him. So I love that plot twist. How often that happens in life, that people intend things for our harm or intend things to be nasty, and then fate just kind of switches it up and it turns out to be a really positive thing for us. So I love that plot twist, and I had to have this pen. I did also pick up this item. This is a dessert plate from Madame Puddifoot's. I do actually have pink and green dinnerware. Like, my kitchen dinnerware is actually pink and green. It's Italian pottery. And I'm really considering buying quite a few more of these because it is just absolutely beautiful. So it is just this pink and green plate. It has gold leafing around the edges, and it is a LitJoy crate exclusive, as you may be able to see there on the back. As we know, Ron and Lavender went to Madame Puddifoot's, and also Harry took Cho there on their date in Order of the Phoenix for Valentine's Day. So I thought this plate was beautiful. Like I said, think I would like to get a lot more and actually use them as dessert plates. But the other thing I'm thinking about is I do have the Life and Lines of Albus Dumbledore back here, and I think those would look really pretty together. So that's also a possibility. The last add-on that I purchased was the Lunicorn exclusive. This is actually Draco Malfoy as a ferret. As you may remember in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Barty Crouch Jr., who was disguised as Alastor Moody, transfigured Draco Malfoy into a ferret for trying to curse Harry while his back was turned. And so I'm not a big Draco fan. I don't like Draco very much, and pretty much the only form that Draco can be in my house is as a ferret. So I thought this was really cute. It is quite a bit smaller than I expected it to be. Like, if I'm being honest, when I looked at pictures and things, I expected it to be a little more life-size. This is pretty small, but it's also pretty cute. So I have my little Lunicorn exclusive ferret. Now, if we move into the box, this is what the box looks like. So here you have Harry with Hedwig and his patroness. We also have on this side, who I believe, this is Draco. He's got like his dark marks sneaking out of his sleeve here, and all of his Slytherin green things going on. On the back, we have Hermione and Ron. Here is Luna on this side, and there's her patroness, the hair. And then if we open the front flap, here is where we have Ginny and Neville. So love this. Neville has his herbology plant there, and his little toad Trevor is here too. So here's a sneak peek inside this box. This box is considerably more empty than usual. I have seen spoilers, so I already kind of know what's going on here. But I was disappointed, especially after getting the Burrow box, which in my opinion is the best box ever, that this box was kind of so empty. This box was also very late, and even though I repeatedly asked on the online like Facebook group and stuff, like, could someone just tell us why? Could we just get an explanation? No one ever gave an explanation. So that might be your precursor to what's coming. I never want to be negative, but I do always want to be honest. I'm disappointed that it was late, and I'm disappointed that it's such an empty box. So without further ado, let's start going through and I'll show you what's here. So the first thing that we have is actually this. I'm not even going to take it out of the wrapper because I have someone that I'm going to be giving this to. But basically what it is, sorry about the paper noise. Basically what it is a Luna Lovegood inspired infinity scarf. This has her Spectre Specs and her signature red Converse. Again, her little patroness, her hair, her dirigible plum earrings, a copy of the Quibbler. There's her lion hat down there at the bottom as well. So, and a butterbeer cork necklace as well. So this is a really cute scarf. I do feel like it's styled for someone considerably younger than I am. So I am going to be giving this to my friend's daughter, who is 17. Actually, most of this box is going to be going to my friend's daughter. I'll just kind of say that in advance because I have not been impressed thus far. But here is the scarf. Nothing wrong with the scarf. The design is actually very cute. I love the colors. It's good quality. But it just isn't quite right for me. I hope that makes sense. The next thing that is in this box is another box. So let's look and see what's in this one. This is something very styrofoamy. Oh, this is like a pen holder or something. And I'm assuming this is the Hermione item because it has her time turner on the back. So it's a books and brilliance, and it has this kind of gorgeous detailing around the side. It looks like this from the spine. Like I said, the time turner is on the back. It does kind of have this look like faux pages here across the front, and then the top is open. So you can use it. I'm going to use it probably as a pen holder on my desk. I love books. I love all books. And so that is actually a cute little pen holder for me. The next thing that we have is this little green box. And we open it up here. Oh, yes. So this is actually a flashlight. I won't shine it directly in the camera, but you may be able to see there. This is actually a flashlight. It's an LED flashlight. It is actually quite bright. But this is supposed to be Deluminator themed, and this is Ron's item because Dumbledore leaves Ron his Deluminator in his will. It doesn't really look like a Deluminator to me, and there's no branding, there's no writing, there's not like a quote, there's nothing. It's literally just a flashlight. So another item that I won't be keeping, and another item that is a little disappointing that I feel like they kind of fell short a little bit. It does come with a wrist strap if you would like to have that. The packaging is beautiful. I mean, the box is like absolutely gorgeous, but there's nothing on this that would make you know that this is a Harry Potter themed item. And so there's no reason for me to add that, in my opinion, to my Harry Potter themed bookshelves, right? So there's the flashlight, aka Ron's Deluminator. Then this is the Ginny Weasley item, and another item that I'm going to be giving away to my friend's daughter. This is a set of 3 pens. They're very cute, but they're very small. These are actually Quidditch themed. So we have Ginny on her broom, as well as a book with a quote, and it has some little pygmy puffs as well on there. And then like a little pin that shows Ginny from behind in her Holy Head Harpies jersey, Weasley number 6. So not my cup of tea. I love Ginny, but again, this was a miss for me. The next thing that we have is this item right here. And this is actually a stained glass window. This is the Harry related item. So it's a stained glass window that has a stag, and it has the Deathly Hallows symbol at the top with a lightning bolt down the middle, and also at the bottom a golden snitch. So these are basically just emblems that represent Harry, and it is in Gryffindor colors. It is in the gold and the burgundy, or the red and yellow, depending on who you ask. But again, this is, I mean, why? Like, all the things that we could have to represent Harry, and this is the item that they chose. That was really disappointing for me. It also, and this is like a petty thing, so just know in advance this is petty. It also didn't come with a suction cup. And so I feel like if you're going to give us an item that you have to suction cup to glass, then like include the suction cup. I thought that was strange because most of the items, and one of the items in this box that you're going to see, most of the items do come with stands and things like that. So I thought that was like a strange omission. So again, not I'm not a fan of this particular item. Now, one thing that I always love are their coins. During this entire quarterly subscription, this magical subscription, they are doing the spell coins. We have previously gotten Aloha Mora, and they're right here. Let me see if I can grab them. We have previously, that's not one. We have previously received Aloha Mora, which is the unlocking spell. And then, what was the last one that we got? Lumos, which is light, of course. Okay. And then the one from this time is Expecto Patronum. And here on the back, all of these coins on the back, it does have the wand movement. These are really heavy, really nice. And I love that they have the wand movement on the back. They're really unique. They're like individual to LitJoy. So the coins I do always like. I'm kind of, at this point, only staying subscribed for the coins, which is silly because I can probably just buy those individually. But yeah, I do love our coin, and I do have quite the little collection going. That's my Gringotts shelf right up there that I just grabbed these off of. And there are going to be 5 coins total in the series, they've said. One thing that I have just noticed, though, which is kind of strange, is our first 2 coins are kind of this brassy gold, and then our last coin is silver. The one that we got today is silver. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like, I think I would have preferred them all to have the same finish. Or if they were going to do some silver and some gold, I would have preferred for the silver ones to be smaller so that they're actually representative of galleons and sickles. That's kind of a strange thing. I don't know. I guess I just assumed they were all going to be the same because all the ones up until this point had been. So, yep, there's our coin. So there's really only primarily one. I mean, we have like some prints and paper bits and bobs, but the last item in this box is this item. This is the Neville themed item. This is definitely the item. Let's see. Is this the only item from the box that I'm keeping? I'm keeping from the box this item and Hermione's book. So this is one of 2 items in this box that I'm actually keeping. And here branded on the front of this box, which it's actually a really nice box. It says, "The only problem is I can't remember what I've forgotten." Now, I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but this writing is actually very slanted. It's not even like properly formatted. It's like it slants downward quite a bit, which is kind of a shame. But inside of the box, there's a beautiful piece of silk. And then in the middle of the silk, there is this gorgeous crystal ball. So on the inside there is actually kind of like a blown glass sort of look. They have like etched inside of the ball. It is also etched on the outside. So it has these gorgeous little these gorgeous little swirls. And there's like a gold band around as well, around the ball. Now, this is Neville's Rememberall. And as you may remember, the Rememberall turns red if you have forgotten something. So we do actually have a stand for this item. It's just a little square crystal stand. You turn this little thing on the bottom and it lights up red. And your Rememberall, as a result, is also red. So this is a pretty cool item. I'm excited to have this on my shelf. If you remember from the books, there's a lot of talk about Dumbledore's office having all of these little like trinkety things all around. And so I'm always excited to get little things like this that can sort of make everything look like Dumbledore's office. Lots of little, bits and bobs. Like I have my little candle carousel up here and things like that. So this is actually a pretty cool item, and I am excited to have it. Now, the last few things in the bottom of the box are just sort of paper goods. There's a print of the 7. It's not like my particular taste, but it is actually a nice print. I don't think this is a frameable, like for me, I wouldn't frame this one, but it is pretty cute actually. So there is the Magnificent 7. And then we always get a little square piece of art like this that has the art from the front of the box on it. So this is the big 7 box art. And it says here, artwork by David Eor Illustrations, I think. Eor too. Then we have, this is the Draco item here. And it's just in this little envelope like this. Again, will not be staying in my house. But this is the Draco. It's a wooden bookmark. Has Draco on the front, and then on the back it has an arm with a dark mark holding a wand, and it says, "We've all got both light and dark inside us." So this is going to go on my pile of things to send to my friend's daughter. But that's the Draco item, if you were keeping count and realized that we hadn't gotten to him yet. Then they, one thing that they have been doing that I really like, my sticker is in the way. One thing that they have been doing that I really like at LitJoy is they have been doing these kind of photo strip styled bookmarks. And I think these are just so cute. So I have quite a few of mine back here. And this one is actually Ron and Lavender. So Wan and Lavender. It says, "Happy Valentine's Day, Madame Puttyfoot's Tea Shop. I love you, Wan." And I mean, these are pretty cute. I always enjoy those. And I like things that are in a series. So, like I said, I have a few of those now. Here is the spoiler sheet. Now, I'm going to say, I love the spoiler sheets. I always love the spoiler sheets. And so they just go through bit by bit and tell you what you have. The Big 7 art print, the Patroness collectible spell coin, Neville's Remember All, Harry Potter stained glass, window hanging, the Big 7 theme art print. Then you have that wooden bookmark with Draco Malfoy, as well as Luna's Infinity Scarf. And then it tells you that the featured add-ons were the Wand Shop key and the Groundkeeper's key. Here on the last page, actually the page before, it has Hermione's book vase thing, as well as the photo strip and the pin badges. And here it has Ron's Illuminator flashlight. Now, I don't know if you can see if I hold this closer, but this is actually Dumbledore's will. It's like a replica of Dumbledore's will. And let me just tell you that I would have much rather had the replica of Dumbledore's will than I would have had that flashlight that doesn't actually look like anything. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, I would have much rather had this paper replica than that random flashlight. So I don't know. Maybe I'll actually leave this open this way and put it on my shelf because I do love that will replica. It's really pretty. The last thing in the box, and this also annoyed me, but maybe I'm just in an annoyed mood this week. I don't know. I thought this was going to be like a real howler, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a howler. And I was really excited because I do like paper replicas. And it says on the back, Ron Weasley, Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. But then when you open it, it's an advertisement for the Lunicorns. And it's not even like 3-dimensional. It's like flat there. So, that was kind of like a tease or a bummer. I felt like, I got to the end of the box and it was like, oh, I really like, oh, a howler. Like the box is going to redeem itself because we have a howler replica. And then it wasn't. So that was a little bit of a letdown. So again, I never want to be negative. I know this is kind of a negative video. But I never want to be negative. I always just want to be honest. I am really underwhelmed. I'm a little bit also annoyed about how much money I spent on this box to get items that were small and not quality and not branded and just didn't make any sense in a lot of cases. That stained glass window thing doesn't really make any sense to me. So this was a super disappointing box. I was already feeling like I wanted to unsubscribe just because it was late and nobody would communicate. And whenever I would ask a question about this on the Lunicorns Facebook group, the mod would delete my question. So I was already feeling like I didn't want to keep going, just on the basis of that. Then I got the box, and the box it felt like way less items than usual. Like it just felt like there wasn't much in the box. Like the box felt very empty. And then of the items that I did get, there were only 2 that I will be keeping. So that's unusual for me. I'm a fairly new collector, and I usually keep everything in my boxes. I have 1 or 2 things that I have given away, but for the most part, I keep the full box. So this is pretty unusual for me. I am hoping that, I do know that anybody can have an off day. This is kind of like the thing about subscription boxes. It tends to ebb and flow. You get really great boxes, you get really not so great boxes. I understand that's just part of the deal. But just to kind of give you an idea, for these items that I have just shown, I paid around $200 for the items, the add-ons, and for the box, the add-ons, and the shipping. And to me, these items were not worth that amount of money. So, like I said, I do know everyone can have kind of up and down moments. I'm going to stay on for at least 1 more box. The next box coming is magical classes. I have seen some of LitJoy's magical class boxes before, and I'm hoping that that is really going to be a spectacular box and that they're really going to redeem themselves. There are 2 spell coins left to collect, so that's 2 more boxes over the course of time. And I am also really loving the keys and those recurring photo strip bookmarks. So, I think at this point, I am definitely going to stay on for 1 more box. I may stay on for both of the boxes that are remaining in this series before I make my decision. But I'm not going to lie, I did really just feel like I just wanted to unsubscribe. And then I've kind of like calmed down and chilled out a little bit now. And like I said, I'm gonna stay on. So check back in 3 months, and I'll let you know if they have done any better with their magical classes box. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.